Hey guys, my name is Janelle Swayze, and today I'm going to show you how to increase vibrancy and make your photos really pop in Lightroom. In this tutorial, we're going to use a picture of a sunset. If you don't have a picture, I included a link in the description below of the picture I'm using for this tutorial. What we're going to do first is open our Lightroom application. And it's telling me that a Lightroom catalog I was choosing before is not open, so we're just going to click Use Default Catalog. For others at home, it should just pop up Lightroom. Okay, first thing we're going to do is File, New Catalog. And we're going to go to our desktop. Good rule of thumb that they taught me a long time ago is that save everything on the desktop. That way it's easily accessible and you'll less likely lose it. I'm gonna name this folder Lightroom Tutorial. Click Create. And it'll reload a new catalog. Now what I'm gonna do is go to File, Import Photos and Video. And I'm gonna go look for my photo of the sunset. So mine is located in Desktop. And then, let's see if I can find it. There we go. Go, Lightroom, and then we're going to import that photo into Lightroom. Now our photo is imported, so this is the main page, and it'll show you your photos. If you have multiple, there'll be a whole grid of photos right here. What we're going to do now is go to Develop. As you can see, our photo is horizontal and we do want it to be portrait. So what we're going to do now is go to Photo, rotate left since we want to do it counterclockwise, and there we go. First thing first, whenever I open a new photograph, what I do is go to Lens Correction, and from there I click Remove Chromatic Aberration and Enable Profile Conversion. Whenever you do this, you see that the photo, how it looked at first, it had a bit of distortion. Now it has less distortion and looks really smooth. Okay. Now what we're going to do is go to Basic and we're going to adjust the colors. And I always click for landscape photos. I go to the profile and choose Adobe Landscape. And this makes it pop more. You use this eyedropper tool and you click on a white area so that way it makes it a white balance. And you can see there's a major difference in how it looks. Alright, for me personally, I prefer cooler temperature. That's everyone's personal like, but it's always a thing I do in my photos. Right now I'm going to up the exposure and just contrast a bit. I typically prefer less contrast, honestly. Do the highlights. And usually this is more like trial and error. Oh, and as you can see, there are some blue spots here. And the reason why is because I clicked this triangle. These two triangles show me where there's too much shadow, and this one shows me when there's too much highlight. And it's a good rule of thumb to keep that because we never want our photos to be super exposed or any part of it to be really exposed or underexposed. Let me continue. So now that I know that the blue spot's there, and then I could just the whites a bit. There's a little bit of red coming up there. Let me see, I'm gonna lower this down a bit. And it's more like how you see it. It's everyone's personal taste, but it's just a good way to, visualize everything. Okay, so this tool right here is a crop and straighten tool. And right now I'm going to straighten this photograph. As you can see, it's pretty slanted and I don't want that. I want everything to be aligned, to look smooth, to look uniform. So this tool right here is a straighten tool. We're going to take that and then we're going to click a spot here and draw a line across. Let's see, right there. And there we go. So now it went from that to that. Now it looks a little bit more straighter, doesn't it? Okay. Let me put a little bit of clarity. And this makes the image look a little bit sharper, makes it a little bit more clear. Now, look what happens if I do it too much. Now it looks really, really bold. I don't really want that, so we're going to put it right here. And now for the vibrancy. I really like my photos to pop, to look really vibrant. So I normally up it up a bit. Let's see, I think I will, let me see, degrees, there we go. Now it's vibrant. Let's close this tab. And now we're going to go to the HSL, which is hue, saturation, and luminance. So we're going to adjust the colors right now. This tool right here helps us adjust the color based on a spot in the photo. So I click on it, and you see when I come over to this part over here, the top part, the blue is highlighted on the bottom. Now if I go to this part over here, it's the magenta or the red. First we're going to do the blue. I really want this blue to really pop out. I think that will be the main color I want to focus on in this tutorial. And also magenta a bit. And you see when I move the magenta, both the purple and magenta is moving. Let's see right there. I think I'll bring orange down a bit. I'm not a big fan of orange, and plus we want a really cool photo. We don't want the main attraction to be the sky and not the rocks. Alright. Now for luminance, this includes the brightness of the photograph. We're going to move it up, and you see the blue gets darker as I go down, and the blue goes whiter as I go up. So let's see, what do I do here? Right here. That should be fine. And for magenta, I want it to be a little bit bolder, so I will go down a bit so it won't be as white, but not too intense. I don't want it to be just purely dark, and you could tell when it's really under luminance. I think that's fine. Just a quick thing, I mean, I'm not going to use hue much in this tutorial, but this does allow you to change the color of the blue or whatever color you want to use. So if you want to go for a really, you know, purplish look, this is great for you. You could totally do that. I'm fine with it. It also changes the colors of here. So anything really changes the color on the hue spectrum. Let me Control Z that since I don't want that. And now we're going to come out of HSL and cut. This next tab is split toning. Split toning allows you to place color overlays over different highlights and shadows in the photo. For now, I want the highlight to be maybe a purplish pink. Let's see. So you see how it really pops out now? The highlights in the photo take on that pinkish color. And then let's see, we could do the shadows in maybe blue? I think a blue would be good. Right here. There we go. So the shadows get this blue hue. And you see the major difference in that. Split toning is a very essential tool. It's really useful actually when it comes to creating colorful photographs and editing them, you know. And you can also adjust the balance. So do you want the pink to pop out more with the highlights, or do you want the shadows to pop out more? Well, for this, I want the pink to pop out more, so let's do pink here, and let me adjust it a bit. And even the rocks take off this tinted hue. I mean, I like it personally because it makes everything seem like it's there and it doesn't create a big of a contrast within the photo. See right here. Okay, there we go. And now we're gonna go into detail. I always sharpen my photos, so it doesn't matter if it's not, doesn't mean sharpening. This tool right here that I just clicked on, it allows you to go to a certain spot on the photo, and now you can sharpen based on that spot. So if I over sharpen it, it'll show here, but I don't really want to over sharpen. I still want that little bit of blur, it makes it look kind of dreamy. I'm going to add a little bit of noise reduction to it. Yeah, it should be fine. I think that's good. There we go. And finally, we're going to go to effects. For effects, I want to add a little bit of vignette to this. Makes it really pop out. It makes the colors really pop out, as well as gives it this dramatic effect to it. Let me see. Right there. Right there should be fine. Okay, there we go. And now we created, if you click the letter Y on your keyboard, you can see the difference between your before photo and after photo, which includes the straightening. But there you go. There's your before and there's after. You really made the colors pop. You made it brighter, more luminous. And that's what Lightroom really is for, is to make colors stand out and to adjust lighting in your photography. It's a great tool when you want to quick edit like a big batch of photos. Personally, I prefer Lightroom over Photoshop. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and please subscribe and like this video, and please give us a big thumbs up. Also follow me on all my social media, which will be down in the links below. See you guys later. Bye!